So I had a conversation with my daughter the other day, and she told me about she went on a boat trip with her grandmother and her uncle and his kids, and her grandmother kept telling her, you know, why are you wearing such a small bikini? And my wife, she was also talking to her, and she said, you know, don't you find it embarrassing that, isn't it embarrassing to you that you're wearing such a small bikini? And she said, no, you know, it's what I choose to wear, and it's my bikini, and she has more like that. And you know, it's a bit less than I think we are used to, and especially that my grandmother is used to. But you know, thinking of that, and in the conversation we were talking about, okay, you know, in the 70s, 80s, and I think that started in France, where you know, women were going topless on the beach, and you know, that was very normal. A normal thing to do, I think, even in the 80s, 90s. And so in the conversation, we were talking about, you know, what is shame, or being ashamed of yourself. And well, apparently, you know, my daughter is not ashamed for the bikini that she's wearing. I think that's a good thing. And then I went to an extreme example where I thought, okay, where have I been ashamed of myself, and was it really very scary? I mean, there are many situations, but in this case I was in a traffic jam, and I was actually telling the same story in a talking group for Crohn's disease. Well, there you go again, Crohn's disease, but I think it's a good example where I was in a traffic jam and I really had to go to the toilet, and I'm talking about a number 2, and I had diarrhea. And there was no other option to, you know, either do it in my pants or stop the car and do it at the side of the road. And so that's what I did, and that was probably the most embarrassing situation that I've ever been in my life. You know, putting my pants down and the whole world could see me. And I thought, you know, so why am I ashamed of myself? Because there was no other option. This was the only option for me to do at that point in time. And that kind of gives me comfort as well. And also, yeah, makes me think that, okay, there's nothing to be ashamed about. It's a situation where I had no other option, and that was the thing to do. But still, running into a traffic jam is scary for me, because I'm ashamed. Now thinking a little bit further we were talking about, there's a TV show on Dutch television, and it's very popular. It's called Oogappels, and it's about adolescents or pubers, kids in puberty, and their parents coping with their behavior. And there's this one character that I really like, and I think a lot of people like him, and it's Chris, and he makes his own clothes, and it's very different, and he really wears it, and there's no doubt. So he's definitely not ashamed of how he's acting, and he is a little bit different, and you can see that right away by his clothes. And I think that's you know, that's an important thing, to make choices in life and not be ashamed about the choices that you make. And also being aware of it. You know, am I trying to fit in? So, you know, wearing that suit to the office, or am I making my own choice and being proud about it? And there are many situations in my life where I know that I choose to fit in. But there are also points in time where I think, okay, this is my way, I'm going my way, and I don't care what the rest thinks about me, and this is my thing, and I like to be proud of it. And so, yeah, maybe there are situations in your life where where you make those choices and where you choose often to fit in. And I'd really like to hear them, those situations. You know, maybe, you could also, you know, let me know directly. But and maybe, you know, next time you do something, or you wear something, or you act in a certain way, you don't think of, you know, what would my parents think? What would the rest of the world think? Or, you know, you maybe think, well, I'm going to do it my way. So this was the one for this week. And on the way out here, cycling out here to this beautiful spot, I'm already thinking about there's going to be a big story, big life story on its way in fall. I don't know when yet, maybe next week, probably not that soon, but you know, stay tuned, because there is going to be a longer story coming up. All right, see you, and I'd like to hear from you.